Looking at the starting five for Boston. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Bird in at the small forward position. And for Chicago, they've got Nikola Vucevic, and it's Jordan in at the 2. We're excited to be here for opening day tip-off, Doris. It feels like the league is in a great place.
There is no doubt, B.A., absolutely. To me, more talent in the league right now than potentially we've ever had before. And I don't just mean star talent. There's a depth of quality skill across the board. We know the shooting has revolutionized the game. It's going to be a fun year.
Now here's Tatum. Outside Holiday. Pass to Russell. Over Vucevic. The shot by Russell, no good.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
There's Tatum with the 3. And it's Chicago with a board. Their last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Last time, free throw shooting was their kryptonite. Just could not keep pace.
Jordan misses.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And then Russell with the dunk.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. There's the AT&T 5G Slam Can, capturing the moment. About a minute played here so far in the first. Pass to Jordan. Shoots over White. And there's Jordan on the assist from Rose.
No one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
Rose against Holiday. White on the wing. The 3 ball. He buries it from 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight, and he said, quote, "I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Drew Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor."
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Dennis Rodman, shooting 1.
And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Bird passes to Tatum. Here's Bird, guarded by Rose. Clock at 4. White with a screen on Rose. And then Russell with the dunk.
Oh my, what a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
And so here is Chicago, following the bucket by Boston. And there's a pick from deep. Rose, count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
I think Derrick Rose is feared as a driver of the basketball, but boy, that three-point shot has come a long way.
Now here's Tatum. Russell, the pass to Bird. It's deflected, and they'll get another chance. And Tatum, here we go. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Well, you love to see a great scorer create an easy opportunity. Jason Tatum gets a second chance points right there.
To the middle. Here's Jordan. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
It's good. Jordan's got 6. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Rose against Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Beyond the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. Here's Jordan. Russell with the rebound. Boston has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Now here's Tatum. Defense is right there. Russell, the pass to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Drains the triple. Tatum's got his second bucket on the night.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Jordan. That one's off, and now he's 3 for 6.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Outside Tatum, three-pointer. Holiday gets the 3-ball to go.
What a smooth-looking opportunity. Holiday in rhythm right there.
Rose outside. Pass to Jordan. Into the left. Oh!
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Down low. Here's Bird. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Bird's got his second basket of the game.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to review the game plan. Chicago making a switch here. Desumu's checked in, and the Celtics also making a change. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Stolen by Russell. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. And he makes it. Tatum's got 7 points.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Now Jordan. Give him 8 points now. Rose outside. Let's go with a 3. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 6.
Well, the rise and fire, now money in the bank for Derrick Rose. What beautiful development of the jump shot.
White, the pass to Brown. And here's Tatum. Tatum with a screen. Here's Bird. Chicago with a rebound. Pass to Rose. And he's going for the lob. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Outside Tatum. From the right block. And it's Boston scoring again.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball. Pretty pass.
To the left side wing. From about 16, and there's another one for the Bulls.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
To the paint. And then Russell with the dunk.
You like how Derrick White scans the floor, always aware of where the opportunities are. Nicely done.
Doris, it's hard to pick one, but Derrick White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derrick White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots When we talk about top on-ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive, he's on that list. Truly can do it all.
Here's Russell, following the bucket by the Bulls. 5 on the clock. Here's Bird. Off target from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Jordan. Shoots over Brown. Not enough on that one as it misses. Boston leading by 3. White with it. Tatum inside. He's covered by Dosunmu. Count the basket.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Chicago has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. And here's Jordan. 12 points for him. Pass to Rose from deep. Gets the 3 to fall. Rose has got 11.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Tatum passes to White. Here's Bird. Launches a 3. Tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. For Chicago, Buzelis comes in for Dosunmu. And Giddey's subbed in for Pippen. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Tatum. Boston, no good that time either.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Boston with the ball. Chicago making their last shot. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Russell's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for White. Now here's Rose. He's got 11. Here's Jordan. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. 16 points for him.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Williams is checked in for Rose. A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. 5th best, Boston.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Boston's gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Outside Tatum, launches it. Williams grabs the board.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Giddey. Williams with the screen. Giddey into the lane. And the shot goes down. And now a 4-point Bulls lead.
This young guy is so gritty. Josh Giddey powers through on the drive. A little contact, I'll take it.
Crafty move. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Tatum's got 11 points. And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. Here's Pippen, pounded by Tatum. Here's Jordan. And there's another one for the Bulls.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
Pass to Pritchard. Here's Tatum. Williams grabs the board. Bulls leading by 4. There's 42 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's Pritchard. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Here's Tatum. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. He's got 13.
You know, the ability for Jason Tatum to be ready on the catch, those opportunities make the game a little bit easier.
Pippen, pass to Giddey. 16 seconds left in the first.
Listen, he's going to get stronger, but you talk about guile and the willingness to battle down low. Josh Giddey is more than up to the task.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
For Chicago, Josh Giddey taking 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Guys, we have seen a number of high-caliber players from Australia. Josh Giddey adding to the reputation of the country. This guy is long, he's versatile, and he's skilled.
Good on the second one. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. Brown scanning the floor. With 1 on the clock, he takes it in, and he lays it up and in.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Chicago ahead. They're up by 1. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Here's Giddey. He's coming off a 25-point game against Miami.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collected huge amounts of rebounds.
Giddey and White pair to make the backcourt. Jalen Smith is out there with Zach Collins. And it's Pippen in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Here's Russell following the bucket by the Bulls. He can't get it to go. Here's Pippen. Still no points. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
Who's Ellis is checked in for Smith. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Now here's Brown. 20 points for him last game against the Knicks in New York.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Here's Buzelis, and he dunks it down.
Just good, aggressive play by Buzelis, not shying away from some physicality inside.
Outside Porzingis. Back to Brown. looking to win the run. Pass to Hauser. Puts up a three. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Hauser's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside White. There's a screen. Here's Pippen. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Boston with a rebound. Russell's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Hauser. Drops one in from the wing. Hauser's got 5 points in the quarter. Chicago leading by 3. Pass to Pippen. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Collins a screen. Giddey passes to Collins. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Porzingis sets a screen. Pritchard, the pass to Brown. 6 to shoot. And again, Boston with the triple.
Jaylen Brown has tightened his handle, and that allows him to be effective as a pick-and-roll option.
Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. It's 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
So it's Boston now. Chicago making their last shot. Oh, look out! JB throwing it down.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Pass to Collins. Here's Pippen. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Brown passes to Russell. Here's Pritchard. Giddey defends. Porzingis with a screen on Giddey. Outside Porzingis. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Chicago leading. To the inside. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
Porzingis with a screen on White. And here's Brown for 3 on target from range. Brown's got 8 points in the quarter.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And now looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here's a view of which teams last year got after it with their shot blocking. Number 1, the Celtics.
They built a reputation around the league last season. Do not test them at the rim.
Pass to Pippen. And he's going for the oop here. And here's Jordan, defended by Brown. Tatum brings a double team. Clock at 6. Jordan against Brown. Yep, that one goes. Jordan's got 20.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Giddey against Holiday. Outside Tatum. Launches it from deep. Chicago with a rebound.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Here's Pippen. He's got 5. Knocks it loose. Here's Jordan, and the layup is good off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Chicago lead.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Pass to Brown. Outside Holiday. Sinks the tray. Holiday's got 6 points.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
To the right side. Here's Rodman. Now here's Giddey. He's covered by Holiday. With the step back. Here's Jordan. Here's Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
The Bulls making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Free throw is good from Collins. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Bird. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Jaylen Brown has improved as a setup guy. That pass was on time and on target.
Here's Jordan, and slam dunk by Jordan.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Outside Tatum. Pulls up, high post. Chicago with a rebound.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Jordan against Brown. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Tatum with it. He's got 13 from 12 feet. Look at Tatum using his length.
Jason Tatum is a thirsty scorer, and right now filling it up.
Bulls leading by 5. Rose outside. Here's Jordan. And he gets that one. Jordan's got 28 points for the game.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Tatum feeling it out a bit, and the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his 3rd foul so far.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. The Celtics also with a sub. Pritchard's checked in. Now here's Jordan. 28 points for him. Shoots from the elbow. And it's Bird with a rebound. Celtics trail by 7. Inside. Oh, look out! Porzingis!
Easy money for Kristaps Porzingis. That's 7-3 we're talking about.
And Rose has got the ball here for the Bulls. Pass to Jordan. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Jordan's got 30.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
You see yourself on the screen? You should have best moves. Let's go. Next drive is over. Let's see those dance moves. Get down.
Celtics trail by 7. Outside Porzingis. From deep range, KP hits it.
When Porzingis is knocking down that three-point shot consistently, it opens up other aspects of his game.
Now here's Rose. Tightly guarded.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And you know, you look at someone like Peyton Pritchard, Doris, heady guy who doesn't make many mistakes.
B.A., maybe his best attribute in my mind is the competitive spirit and the motor he plays with. He's a fearless shot taker, either inside or from three-point range. He makes excellent choices with his passes. But again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Pritchard gets it to go.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Bulls leading by 6. From deep, Rose. Here's Jordan. Nails the baby hook. Jordan's got 32 points in the game.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Pass to Brown. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And I don't know why they deviated from looking to score inside. They were hurting them in the first period from that area.
For Chicago, Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Smith. And it's Pippen in for Giddey. Russell's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Pritchard. Free throw good. Brown. And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 32 points. Not going to go that time. White, the pass to Holiday, and he lobs it up to the rim, and then Russell with the dunk.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. 1:10 left in the first half. Pass to Pippen, fires for 3. Russell with the rebound. Russell's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Well, unselfish basketball from Drew Holiday. What else would we expect?
Now here's Rose. 13 points in the game. From 13 feet, down it goes. Rose has got 15.
Defenses nowadays try to protect the rim and the three-point line, so the mid-range is usually available.
Now Brown. He's got 13. Left side Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Fires top of the key. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Jordan. With the drive, and slam dunk by Jordan.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Bulls. They lead by 5. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
We've talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation that allows them to play matchups.
So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you why. The starters have to do more.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Bulls leading by 5. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Bird in at small forward. And the basket by Pippen.
Even though he hasn't lit up the scoreboard, I like how he's keeping others involved.
Holiday passes to Bird. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the free throw, no good. Chicago's gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. White against Jordan, shakes him, and slam dunk by Jordan.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch, that's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And here's Tatum. Pass to Bird. And Vucevic over to help. And Vucevic with the block.
Well, the reach, the timing, Vucevic using all of that 7'4" wingspan to turn that shot away.
Jordan against White. Jordan misses. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. Trailing by 8. Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to Bird. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And this is his second and third free throws tonight. And he drops the first. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Bulls leading by 7. Pass to Jordan. Here's Pippen. Vucevic, a screen on Tatum. Just 5 to shoot.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Celtics trail by 9. Here's Tatum. 15 points in the game. There's the steal. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Here's Rose. Here's Rodman. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time. Rodman's got 5 points.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Here's Tatum. Rebounded by Pippen. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Jordan finds Vucevic. Down low. Here's Rodman. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
That's how you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Tatum with it. Again, the miss by Boston.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Now here's Jordan. Pass to Pippen. Here's Rodman to the wing on the left. From deep, Rose. And it's Jason Tatum with the rebound. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed.
Well, you love the way Tatum will take the mid-range if it opens up to him.
Chicago leading by 11. Now Jordan. He's got 36 points. Rose outside. To the left wing. Here's Pippen. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Pippen's got 7 now in this quarter.
Another assist in the career of D. Rose.
Celtics trail by 13. And here's Holiday. He has 6. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Going inside, and slam dunk by Jordan.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Holiday. Can't nail the jumper. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And out of bounds, Boston will have it. And a chance now to look at the highest scoring teams in the league from last season. Boston in second.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Bird passes to Holiday. Pass to Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots. And the basket by Holiday. Holiday's got 8 points.
Drew Holiday's such a high IQ player, meaning he has such a strong sense for when to get into his jump shot.
Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Celtics trail by 15. Outside Tatum. Pass to White. With the teardrop. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
Soft touch by Derek White. The floater, not an easy shot, but he puts that one on target.
Here's Rose. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Drew Holiday. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bulls?
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
I think tonight has also, guys, been about the lost art of the mid-range jumper. If you utilize that in-between game right, there's plenty of value in it. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Bird. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Count it. Rose has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Holiday against Rose. Here's Bird. No good on the triple.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Celtics trail by 19. Here's Bird. 14 points for him. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. A few opportunities so far at the free throw line. He's made 1, he's missed 2.
Shooting for Boston, Räri버d.
First one falls for him.
Finally getting himself to the free throw line. He was sitting back in the first half with no free throws to show for it.
The Bulls making a switch here. Giddey's checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Holiday. Chicago leading by 17. Jordan with it. He's got 40 now. And there's the drive. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for two, Michael.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Celtics trail by 18. Now here's Tatum. He's got 17. The leaner inside. Count it. Good. Tatum's got 19 points.
Well, size and skill. Tatum on the interior, yes, sir.
Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
Now here's Tatum. 19 points in the game. Pass to Bird. Fires it. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. From about 16. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Jordan's got 9 points here in the second half. Celtics trail by 18. Now White. He's got 5. Here's Tatum. Oh, he buries the 20-footer. He's got 21. And Rose has got the ball here for Chicago. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Here's Jordan on the money with the jumper. And the Bulls lead by 18.
This guy has been unstoppable. It has not mattered at all what the defense throws at him. He's had an answer.
Pass to Bird. Over Jordan. Bird, that's good. Bird's got 7 now in this quarter.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Jordan, the pass to Giddey. Over to the wing. Vucevic, a screen on White. And there's another one for the Bulls.
Another one for Derrick Rose. This is a flashback to when he used to do this on a nightly basis.
Outside White. Russell, a screen on Rose. Pass to Bird. Now here's Russell. Here's Bird. Giddey defends. 4 on the clock. Here's Russell. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Russell's got 10 points in the game.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
White against Rose. Pass to Vucevic. Jordan against Brown. And slam dunk by Jordan.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Celtics trail by 18. White looking it over. Outside Tatum. Fires the 3. No good there.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Jordan, the pass to Rose. And he comes up with a bucket. Rose has got 23 points.
I'd say he gets on a roll, you better watch out. Rose is having a tremendous night. He's been relentless attacking.
Pass to Bird. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Boston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Porzingis has checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for White. Here's Rose. 23 points in the game. Boston pulls it in. 1:04 left in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight. Jordan against Brown. Rose outside. Oh, they find the hot hand. You can count it. He's 10 for 14 now.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Outside Porzingis. There's a screen from downtown, and the three-pointer goes. Porzingis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
A shooter of Rose's skill is just automatic. I mean, he's ready to strike at a moment's notice.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Rose. Pass to Brown. Here's Porzingis. Here's Bird. Giddey defends. 2 on the clock. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Chicago ahead, leading by 17. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. We've got Kevin Huerter. Jalen Smith is out there with Josh Giddey, and it's Jordan in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Pritchard. Tatum with a screen. Shot clock at 6. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 5th assist in this one. To the wing, right side. Slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, it's just incredible court awareness by Josh Giddey. Understanding wide open man, I've got to find him.
Ball against Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Porzingis with a screen on Giddey. Here's Pritchard. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
And here's Giddey. Here's Jordan. Hits yet again. Wow! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. It's Brown on the wing, hounded by Ball. Back to Tatum. Lets it fly from 18. Ball with the rebound. Chicago leading by 17. Pass to Giddey. Fires the 3. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Well, the strength is not the 3 ball, but boy, the confidence to let it fly when you see a good opportunity. Go ahead, Josh Giddey.
Ball against Brown. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
In a pick-and-roll game, the length and athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis is going to be a big-time problem.
Jordan against Holiday. Jordan goes in. Oh, hey! How about that?
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Pritchard. Outside, Brown. from 18 feet away. Another one falls for Boston.
Sweet little mid-range from Jaylen Brown. That three-level scoring coming into play.
Giddey passes to Smith. And stolen by Holiday. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. Chicago with a rebound. Jordan up top. He's covered by Holiday. To the inside. Here's Smith. That one's good for 2. And the Bulls lead by 20.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Now here's Brown. Tatum from long range. And it's Chicago with a board. Rodman's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Giddey. Ball outside. Picked by Smith. Three-pointer. And it's Ball with the 3. Ball's got his first 3 points of the game.
It's clear Ball knows the game. He makes the right play call at the right time to open things up.
Ooh, stolen by Smith. Lets it go from 11. Porzingis grabs the board. The Celtics have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Outside Holiday. Six to shoot. Porzingis sets a screen. Here's the 3. Again, the miss by Boston. And it's the Bulls' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Well, when you list the best players in the NBA right now, Doris, most of the top guys are from outside the U.S.
B.A., I don't know why that is. There's a lot of theories out there, one of which is the 1992, the initial Dream Team, so captivated the imagination of fans across the world. So I think that's part of it. We have to love that the game of basketball is so popular in countries outside of the United States, and we would be making a mistake if we did not give the league the credit it deserves for wanting to grow the game internationally. It has not been solely and exclusively focused here in the United States. They want everyone to love the game as much as we do.
And so it's Rose who brings up the ball for the Bulls. Pass to Jordan. Shoots over White. Misses off the left iron. The Celtics have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. And here's Russell. Out to the wing. Fader on the way. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by White. Porzingis has gotten 4 this quarter.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Doris, this has been a good few years for teams from small markets, don't you think?
I certainly do, Brian. I mean, think about some of the most exciting players we have in the league. They're young, but they are captivating. Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in Oklahoma City. Giannis has been in Milwaukee his entire career. The list goes on.
Now here's Rose. To the paint. Here's Jordan. Another one falls. Amazing.
I mean, just a magnificent showing for him offensively. Buckets coming in rapid succession.
And get this, he's now tied for 3rd most 60-point games in league history. The kick out to White. Here's Bird. And the Celtics another 3.
Well, if you leave someone that wide open, Derek White will put it on time and on target.
Pass to Jordan. Rose outside. Now here's Jordan. Vucevic, a screen on White. 5 to shoot. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Well, Vucevic has a great understanding of the pick-and-roll game, and his experience paying off there.
Here's Bird. Giddey defends. Here's Bird. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jordan, the pass to Rose. Got it. Good job in the low post. Rose has got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, that's about effort, carving space for the interior look. And one attribute we'll always talk about with Rose is the heart that he plays with.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Bird. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
Boy, you can see the amazing relationship he's built with the hometown fans, and it motivates him to always give them his very best. Here's Tatum. Chicago making their last shot. And they're pushing it up. Oh! And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Now here's Tatum.
That's a bad man right there.
Wow!
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
White with it. On the wing, Holiday. Pass to Bird. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. Rodman with a rebound. Rodman's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Jordan. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history. Out left to the wing. Here's Bird. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Bird's got 13 points in this quarter.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Jordan with it. Now guarded by White. Jordan misses.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Puts up a deep 3. The shot by Holiday, no good. Chicago has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Pippen, pass to Jordan. Here's Rodman. Rose, left side. Takes it inside. Oh, wow!
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Bulls.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. Here's Jordan. Oh, connects again.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Holiday passes to White. Again, the miss by Boston.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Pass to Pippen. Rose against Holiday. And there's Jordan on the assist from Rose.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Bird. Tatum with a screen from deep three-point range, and it's Bird missing.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Rose outside. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And now our player of the game.